On Thursday morning, everyone in the class was excited to listen to Teacher Sue's new topic about plants. Ace took down the notes carefully. He had this habit since he was a young boy, learning from his father, who told him the importance of taking notes. Ace noticed Dan was dozing off and falling asleep.
Dan, wake up!
What? Why?
We are in class, Dan.
Yeah, I am just tired and bored.
We should not sleep in class. It is rude.
Who cares?
Teacher Sue told Ace and Dan to be quiet because their talking had disturbed their classmates.
I am sorry, teacher.
Ace apologized while Dan remained quiet. Teacher Sue noticed Dan always looked tired during lessons. She needs to talk to Dan about this after class. After class, Teacher Sue asked Dan to go to the office with her. Dan started to feel worried and impatient.
Why are you always tired and sleepy in class? Many teachers have noticed too.
Teacher, sometimes I feel tired and close my eyes to relax. I am not sleeping.
Let me ask you again. Is there something I should know, or do you want to tell me? I am here to help.
Teacher Sue was unhappy with Dan's reply.
I might not be getting enough sleep. I often stay up late to read books past my bedtime.
Dan looked away when he answered Teacher Sue.
Reading is good. However, staying up late is not a healthy habit. Children should sleep early.
Teacher Sue did not believe what Dan said, as he looked like he was lying. Dan's father allowed him to stay up late. Dan always told him that he wanted to develop the habit of sleeping early to improve his attention in class. However, Dan would secretly play games on his tablet in his room until he fell asleep instead.
Dan, what kind of books have you been reading lately?
I love science. I have been reading different topics. I read about plants before and know what you talked about today, teacher.
That is great. Can you remember what we discussed and whether we must water our plants daily?
Teacher Sue sees that Dan is getting worried.
It is up to you. You can water the plants whenever free or do it a few times.
Dan cannot recall Teacher Sue's lesson and was just saying something.
Dan, falling asleep in class or lying can become habits. It is not acceptable for any student to sleep or lie whenever they want. It is important to be honest. If you do not tell me the truth, I must bring you to the principal. Your attitude is getting worse.
Dan started to look down. He knew he could no longer hide the truth from Teacher Sue. Dan knew he had not been honest with his dad, too. His dad was busy and did not ask him much. Dan is used to lying and has tried the same with his friends to get what he wants.
What have you been doing at bedtime instead of sleeping early?
I have been playing games, Teacher Sue. My dad lets me play for an hour after dinner, but it is not enough for me.
Dan informed that he was playing for at least 2 hours daily, a bad habit he had formed.
2 hours of gaming daily is too much. Making it a habit is unhealthy. I understand all children like playing games.
Teacher Sue became softer since Dan started to tell the truth. Teacher Sue talked to Dan about the importance of forming and avoiding bad habits. Teacher Sue said she did not like reading when she was young, but she encouraged herself to read and finally finds joy in learning from books.
I am afraid I would have to ask your dad for a chat. We need to correct your habits soon. I have also noticed you are not paying attention in class.
Can I have another chance, Teacher Sue? I promised that I would change.
I am sorry, Dan. It is for your good. You need to stop these habits of playing games and telling lies whenever you feel like it. Your father needs to know what is happening.
Teacher Sue started to calm Dan down. Teacher Sue asked Dan to rejoin his friends for break time. Dan left the office looking down and sad. As Dan walked to the canteen, Ace and his friends saw him and hurried over.
How are you, Dan? What did Teacher Sue say?
Dan shared his conversation with Teacher Sue, telling his friends what he had been doing for the past few months.
It is good that you have chosen to stop lying and tell the truth. You are brave.
I know you are feeling sad and scared about your dad coming to school, but he needs to know what is going on.
You can break these habits, Dan. I believe it will be better for you. Your current habits are worrying.
Ping shared how he developed a bad habit of reading in his room with only a lamp, thinking he was saving electricity. Ping's eyesight became bad, so his mom explained why it was a bad habit.
Our habits shape our behavior. Good habits can help us, while bad ones can harm us. If we do not change, these habits will be part of us as we grow older.
I agree. I am used to being thrifty, which has become a habit. Buying less is not necessarily bad.
Thank you all for caring about me. Playing games is fun and keeps me occupied. But my dad is always busy at home, so I got bored and looked for something to keep me active.
Rain advised Dan to tell his father about his feelings.
Keeping things to yourself is not a good habit. We need to express ourselves openly to be happier.
Everyone nodded in agreement, understanding the importance of having good habits. Stop and think. What is one good habit you would like to start, and why? Can you think of a habit that makes your day better when you do it? Breaking away from bad habits is not easy, but every small step forward counts. Let us keep encouraging ourselves and others to push through, because with patience, effort, and discipline, we have the power to build habits that will lead us to a brighter, happier future.